My beautiful friends, I hope you guys are doing well today. I felt really called to come on and do a reading starting with the High Priestess deck. So whoever you are, you're a magical being is what I'm hearing. It's rare that I start with this deck. So I actually looked at the spread the spreads that came in the book, and there's a specific spread I want to start with. And it's called the Sacred Self spread. So we're going to start by looking at your human self, what you're going through right now, the aspect of you navigating the present reality. That's the card we're going to start with. So I'm just going to shuffle this once. My dogs just got home from being groomed, so they're very excited. All right, so let's see your current energy, what your human self is going through, your 3D self, I'm hearing. We do have Siwa, Oasis, Sacred Waters, Divine Rebirth, Eternal Springs. So you could be going through an emotional rebirth right now, I'm hearing. Maybe you have been feeling emotional. So let's have a look. I'm hearing angel tears, healing, like emotions, letting your emotions flow is very healing. So your human self. We have Rainbow Bridge. That's beautiful. Ancient future, living light, realms weaving. That is beautiful. And Rainbow Bridge always reminds me of maybe you have a pet that you recently lost, or you have a pet that you see as one of your spirit animals or one of your soulmates. What? I've never seen this card. I feel like I need to take it for you right now. Divine Pandora's box, divine magic, divine miracles, soul gifts, mystery unlocking. Look at that. It's reminding me of a deck I have with the Hierophant in it. It's reminding me of the Hierophant, tapping into your spiritual wisdom. When aligned with the Metatron's frequency of purity, divine will, and alignment to the coherent frequency of light, Pandora's box reveals the infinite gifts, miracles, and soul powers you were always meant to unlock, allowing you to open up the real multi-dimensional Heka magic of life. That is amazing. Living light. So you could be going through a glow up right now. Your light could be shining very brightly, which could be triggering some people, I'm hearing. Let's have a look at these. We'll start with Rainbow Bridge. Rainbows could be a very symbolic sign for you right now, and rainbows I'm seeing in the Intuit Oracle. Ascension, divine intervention, perfect timing. I cultivate relationships built on trust and appreciation. That's your affirmation. So that could be something that you're doing right now. Rainbow Bridge. I'm still learning this deck. I'm still learning. Beloved, the Rainbow Bridge appears now as a living arc of golden promise, stretching between realms, dimensions, cultures, and timelines. This is not a metaphor. This is you. You are the Rainbow Bridge. Whoever you are, you're magical, and you're tapping into your magic. You are the weaver. You are the living light that carries the codes of unity across worlds and lifetimes. From the ancient roots of the earth to starborn civilizations of the cosmos, all wisdom is gathering now. Indigenous, galactic, elemental, angelic, Atlantean, Lemurian. I don't know why I'm struggling with that word. Solar. I even grabbed a deck that talks about Lemuria. Interesting. Solar, crystalline, Mayan, I don't know how to pronounce some of these, Chematian? Pleiadian. The lineages are not separate anymore. They are all threads of the same divine design coming together once again. And you, my dear, have come back to hold all of their templates in your being, to embody and walk them as one radiant current of the Mother's purest light, Sophia Christ. The Rainbow Bridge connects heaven and earth, ancient and future, indigenous and starborn, human and angelic, in one unified harmonic field. It is what the elders have spoken of. It is what the masters have prepared for you. It is what your soul has chosen to become. I'm very interested about what energy you're in, because this sounds like you're in a very balanced one energy. The Rainbow Bridge is the pathway home, and it is built through you, through every prayer, every ceremony, every remembered truth, through your very being, becoming all the lights, all the wisdoms, and all the dimensions at once. You are no longer walking between timelines or realms. You are being them, being the earth, being the ancestors, being the angels, and being the ascended masters. And the more you allow it that to be you, the more you hold it all, embodying it all, weaving it all into a unified field of love right here on earth and everywhere all at once. This card is a celebration. This is beautiful. Through every layer of your soul's remembrance, every culture you've bowed to, every transmission you've opened to from earth and stars, you have become a living prism of divine consciousness. This is powerful. For your first card, you are no longer a seeker, you are the master. You are the vessel of many paths, many codes, many realms merged into one luminous present. So you would be shining right now. You are walking as the new living temple where all lights converge, where Sirius and Andes meet, where Kemet and Lyra breathe as one, where the rainbow serpent and the golden Christ dragon spiral through your spine. This is what you came for, to become the Rainbow Bridge, not only for yourself, but for humanity, the earth, and all of life returning to wholeness. Whoever you are, you're working on being in wholeness. You're working on balancing those energies. You are walking as this bridge now, and as you do, you are building it for others, so you're lighting the way. Every step, every thought, every activation, every honoring of the all is anchoring the golden future through your presence. You are the harmony tone between everything. You are the common thread across dimensions. You are the guardian of the new earth living temple where all paths meet in light. Let the Rainbow Bridge guide your path and let yourself fully become it. Rooted in earth, connected to the stars, in full devotion to the one great light, unified within you, here, now, and forever. This is powerful. I can't wait to see the cards that come out for you. I can wait. Oops. You know what? I'm taking that as a sign that I'm not supposed to follow that spread. Pandora's Box. Again, I've never even seen this card. It's gorgeous. The energy that I'm getting with this, right? Usually when you hear don't open Pandora's box, it's because of what it unleashes. And I feel like, again, I don't know what this card is about, but intuitively looking at it, when you choose self, when you choose to awaken, when you choose to walk this path, when you choose the healing journey, it is kind of like opening Pandora's box, because it can be very messy. It can be triggering. It can be like you evolve and you grow and layers shed away and people and situations fall away. And it can, like I'm hearing Dark Night of the Soul, right? It can be a very confusing experience. But it's causing you to tap into that Hierophant energy is what I'm hearing. It looks just like a Hierophant card in another deck I have. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Pandora's box. Oh my gosh, I should have just paused it. Here we go. Wait a minute. Is this a special card? Is it hidden somewhere? Oh my gosh, hang on. So there's actually no description of it in the book that I can find, which makes sense because there's a bunch of text written on this card. So I'm just going to read it again for you. Divine magic, divine miracles, soul gifts, mystery unlocking. When aligned with the Metatron's frequency of purity, divine will, and alignment to the coherent frequencies of light, Pandora's box reveals the infinite gifts, miracles, and soul powers you were always meant to unlock, allowing you to open up the real multidimensional Heka magic of life. And I feel like that is what... I feel like maybe you're going through a transition right now where you're just starting to possibly tap into your soul gifts, where you're just starting to truly trust your intuition. You're starting... Like, I'm seeing you crossing this bridge, right? And I'm hearing transitioning from your separated self to one energy, you. Divine magic, divine miracles. You could be seeing a lot of rainbows right now. So forget the spread. I'm actually going to get you another card here because this is very powerful. I'm gonna have to look up Pandora's box after this reading. Divine alignment. One more card for you. Higher magic, highest light, highest power. Ascension, balance. You're coming into balance. You're coming into a very balanced energy. And I feel like divine miracles are going to start happening for you. Oh, I wish I knew how to say this. Hekawit. Highest magic, highest light, highest power. Tapping into your higher power. I'm seeing the phoenix with that. Phoenix energy. I'm going to get that other deck as well before I get any other cards. It's funny because when we read, we embody the energy of the collective, and my energy right now feels very, I wouldn't say, I mean, I am feeling a balance. I'm feeling a balance, but it's also, it almost feels like you're in acceptance of whatever comes next, right? You're in surrender is what I'm hearing. You're surrendering outcomes. The energy that I'm feeling, again, it's not quite balanced, but it's almost like I'm seeing the tiger in the animal deck, embracing stillness, not overthinking of what comes next, trusting your higher power, your intuition, trusting your higher self, that what aligns with you is meant to align with you and what doesn't isn't. Beloved soul, Hekawit, the sacred ancient Egyptian word for the magic of creation itself, awakens within you now a force of pure life-giving power. This profound energy represents the original light that brought forth all of creation, the same force that flows through your veins, animates your spirit, and empowers your every breath. You are being called to remember this primordial power that lives within you and to embrace the magic that is your birthright. You do not need to seek validation or power from any external source, for you are the living embodiment of this primordial force. So whoever you are, you're not looking outside of yourself for validation anymore. I'm hearing, stepping into your authentic truth. I did see a truth card on the bottom. No longer needing someone to validate you or your journey, no longer needing someone to validate your worth, learning to not find that validation within, but you no longer need that validation externally. Again, you're tapping into your own magic here. You don't need somebody, you don't even need me to tell you that you're magic. You're already tapping into it. You know you are. Feel Hekowitz stirring in your bones, in your blood, in every cell of your being as your own raw and free life force energy. This is the very essence of creation itself, the force that transforms through in thought into reality, dreams into manifestation. I'm seeing the Magician card. In this moment, you are being reminded that you are a natural vessel for this sacred magic, that you are being called to step fully into your sovereign power, to trust the authority of your own inner knowing. This is what I mean. You don't need anyone to confirm or validate that you're magical, or that you are a light worker, or that you are a divine being, I'm hearing. Your energy is precious and requires your loving boundaries to honor its purity. So whoever you are, you're also learning how to set boundaries in all areas of your life, is what I'm hearing, to protect that beautiful energy. Your words are spells that carry power. Your intentions shape reality, and your presence alone is an activation of divine creative force. You are the embodiment of pure light consciousness, and this is your reminder to embody your heart-centered sovereignty, the divine presence that lives within. As you connect with Hekowit, trust in the magic that moves through you, and remember that you are complete unto yourself. You're finding wholeness, you're finding completion within. That love, none of it comes from outside of you, it's all within you. You do not need to seek power outside of yourself. That's what I just said. For you are one with the force that birthed the stars. Your natural state is one of vibrant aliveness, where magical templates and divine designs flow effortlessly through you. Allow yourself to be a clear vessel for this creative force. So whoever you are, tapping into creativity, tapping into your soul spark. And I was just jamming to the song The Spark by Cabin Crew. I searched for my spark and I found it. One of the beautiful subscribers here sent me something beautiful. I don't know it well enough to explain it in great detail, but it was something about how our magic, right? Our magic is within us because, oh gosh, I can't even, you know what? I'm going to go reread that and then explain it in another reading, because I'm not going to do it justice. Maybe, lovely Ludley, if you see this, maybe you could drop it in the comment section for us. Where was I? Maybe you are, it just came to my mind, so I'm going to mention it. Maybe for some of you, you use divinity, or because divine energy coming through divine being. And what I'm hearing is, it immediately came to my mind that I don't know why I'm hearing a tarot reader, but I'm just using this as an example, that the power doesn't come from these cards. The power comes from within. These are just a tool, right? So allow yourself to be a clear vessel for this creative force while standing confidently in your self-sourced power. Right? So whoever you are, you don't need anybody to tell you that you're worthy. You don't need anybody's validation. You're standing confidently in your own power. Strong energy. Trust in the sacred alchemy that unfolds through you, requiring no external validation to shine. Exactly. You don't need anybody's permission to shine. And I feel like that's part of the bridge you're crossing. You're meant to be a light to others, and it's so easy to be like, I'm seeing the crab bucket. It's so easy to be pulled back into doubt, into like needing validation from outside. And you know, if you like, I'm getting divine energy here, so you would have a mission to help the world, right? And I'm being called to say this for a reason, but I'm seeing that card, your light triggers their demons. With an open heart, I embrace the new. That's what I mean. It's like, it's like you're going through a transition on this bridge, right? Stepping into your power, stepping into your light. You don't know what's coming next, and that's okay, because you're trusting yourself and you're trusting spirit or whatever it is that you resonate with. What was I just about to say? I'm seeing the crab bucket. So when you have a very bright light, just remember that it does trigger people's shadows, and it triggers their wounds, right? And what happens when somebody's wounds are triggered? They go on the defense. They go on it's that survival pattern. So just remember, the people who are triggered by your light, who are reacting that way, they're not ready, and that's okay. When the lesson is, when the lesson is ready to be learned, the teacher appears, right? And anybody who's triggered by your light, again, they're not ready, and that's okay, because we're all on our own timelines, and you would understand that. This card talked about timelines, understanding all of the different timelines. And they can put on sunglasses, is what I'm hearing. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that deter you from truly stepping into your power here, because whoever you are, you're magical. I didn't even know that, Pandora's box. I need to go check if you can hear me, because when I get a phone call, do you hear the rain? That's what I mean. You could be going through an emotional release, and tears are cleansing, emotions are cleansing, they are healing. Healing waters, I'm hearing. Perfect, we have sound. So now I want to get you one from Work Your Light, because I was immediately drawn. I enjoy every moment of life. Your affirmation, that's you. Just 1 minute. I'm also hearing transmuter, or transmuting energy, and I'm seeing the turtle card. So whoever you are, whatever you've been through in your life, the experiences that you've been through, opening Pandora's box, right? Again, usually the idea with Pandora's box is, when you open Pandora's box, it can be messy, right? But you've opened that box, and through healing, it's allowed you to tap into your gifts. But what I was hearing was transmuting energy. So whoever you are, you're someone who goes through these life experiences, the turtle, transmutes them, stores them under your shell to use at a later date to help others, to help the world. Like, again, I'm picking up on very beautiful divine energy, and I kind of knew I was, because intuitively I felt called to the journey decks, journey to your feminine, masculine energy. So it's going to be really interesting to see what comes out in those decks, because this is a very beautiful energy. So I want to get Work Your Light. I'm just going to let's get one. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, And the similarities. Look at that. A card for this beautiful collective. I just got chills. You're learning how to say no to things that no longer align with you. Maybe powerful lessons of learning how to say no, standing up for yourself, having healthy boundaries. One of these cards talked about that, protecting your beautiful energy, saying no to things that are not aligned with you, things that feel unstable, right? Things that cause... It's not about avoiding triggers, but alignment feels magnetic, right? So learning how to say no to anything that creates that storm. Beautiful. Listen to that beautiful rain. A card for this beautiful collective. Share your voice. Oh, you are magic. And if you're not already, you are meant to be sharing your voice with the world. It's time. It's time to bridge the gap. You're meant to be a bridge between the spirit world and the 3D world, is what I'm hearing. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. You're the teacher, is what I'm hearing. And your students are waiting to hear your voice if you haven't already started. This card on the bottom makes me think that maybe you haven't started yet. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. There could also be something here about expression, like expressing your authentic truth about your beliefs, or about other areas. We'll have to see what comes out. We have protection. Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. That's what I just said, that you're learning how to say no, that you're not giving your power away to situations that it doesn't serve and that don't serve you. Coming back to self, coming back to center, finding self, finding one, like whole energy, oneness within. I think you've already done this. You're protecting your energy as light workers do, like we do need to do that. Where is it? Protection. Is this it's an activation card. So you are protecting your power, protecting your energy and calling your power back to self. And all the I'm seeing that fragmentation of the soul card. All the missing pieces, all the fragmented parts of yourself are coming back together as one. You could be taking a look at who and what drains your energy. Shut down, do not keep tabs open, shut down energetically at night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. And that's what I mean. You're really being protective about your energy right now. And maybe it is a little quiet because maybe you've had to remove quite a few things from your life, right? Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power. So it's important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or by doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. That's what you're doing right now. I call back any lost soul fragments, power, or light now. Any vows, soul contracts, hexes, or programs from past and present from this life or others that are not in the highest good of all, I relinquish now. You're choosing self over attachment, over validation, over acceptance, right? Any power or light that I have willingly or unwillingly given away and had taken from me, I call it back now. Any cords or attachments from this life or others, I release now for the highest good of all, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Is that an eclipse in the back of the card? Look at that. Cutting out anything that drains your energy, right? This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And share your voice. Come out of the cave, express yourself, share your voice, speak to those that can hear you. And what was I saying about your light may trigger others who aren't ready to hear or see your light? And that has to be okay. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship. So learning how to find your authentic truth in relationships as well. This isn't just about you having a mission, which you do. This is also about learning how to speak authentically in the relationships around you, or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed, sculpted for lifetimes. You've been preparing for this for lifetimes. And it's interesting because people will say, where did you learn that? It's inner wisdom. It comes from within. The voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. The turtle. So it's also, again, the turtle gathers life experiences and then uses them to help others down the road. And I always say the most powerful healers are the ones who have walked through the fire, who have learned these lessons, who have been through those things so they truly understand. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. You're calling home all parts of yourself, that fragmented soul. You are the missing puzzle piece. You are the missing piece. Vance Joy, missing piece, had to say it. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. That is beautiful. And I understand being afraid to share your voice. I often talk about how I used to hate the sound of my own voice, but that was just my ego trying to keep me stuck, right? Someone out there needs to hear your voice. You could be giving the same message as someone else, but the way that you deliver it, your voice, could reach them in a way that nobody else can. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same exactly. And whoever you are, can I just say something? When you are a healer, right, sharing your voice, also don't be afraid to talk about your own experiences. Because again, a lot of spiritual beings, right, have been labeled neurodivergent. And one of the ways that neurodivergent people express themselves is through their own experience. It's not that they're selfish, right? All of those things are so misunderstood. Just 1 minute. So one way that a lot of spiritual beings, healers, or neurodivergent people communicate is through their own experience. And it's not about them being self-centered or anything like that. And to me, that's a beautiful way. To me, that's a true healer, one that shares their experience or shares their vulnerability. They don't have to give you all the nitty-gritty details, but a lot of people who want to heal feel comfort in hearing from someone who's walked through those fires, who has found strength on the other side. You know, you look at them and you think, if they can do it, and they're describing how they used to be. If they can do it and evolve and rise, I can do it. Because most of divine people are like just in my own experience, it would really surprise you who they used to be before they awakened and before they healed and ascended, right? So don't be afraid to share your experience as well with others, and it'll hit the right people. There's something else here that I'm seeing. Hang on. Where is it? Action. This is an action card. So you're being initiated right now, right? You're going through an initiation. And you are being protected. But Spirit wants you to take action towards expressing your voice. Why can't I find it? There it is. Express yourself, share your voice, speak to those that can hear you. And don't start... Again, the people who are meant to hear you will hear you. The people who are not meant to hear you will misunderstand you. They will maybe react. They will defend. They will disagree. Interesting. It's on page 77. Speak to those who can hear you, not those who can't. I'm taking some advice from that one. I'm just going to get you one more. Mr. Crow agrees. One more card for this beautiful collective. Priestess. It's no wonder I got the Priestess deck. It's no wonder I got the Priestess deck. And you could be, just on the top, empath, highly sensitive. So you could have been labeled neurodivergent, autistic, ADHD, whatever it is, right? Highly sensitive soul, wounded empath that had to walk through all those fires to be empowered. How are you being called to step up and lead? Priestess. You are magical. And that's what I mean. The energy that I'm feeling, it's very, again, it's balanced, but it's almost... It's not waiting for what comes next, but maybe your soul is telling you something is like you're supposed to be taking action towards something right now. And I believe it's stepping into your power and sharing your voice. You'd be hearing this whisper within. You'd be watching people who you admire, who inspire you, and you'd be hearing a little whisper, I wish I could do that. The priestess is a teacher, right? And when the student is ready to learn the lesson, the teacher appears. So this is what I'm seeing, that there are people right now connected to you, soul tribe energy, that are starting to want to learn lessons that you're meant to guide them in. Mr. Crow confirms. The Crow card. Where is that little crow? I know you're there. It's right after the vulture. Spiritually strong, creative, watchful. So you could be spiritually strong, very creative, but like watching others lead, hearing that whisper, I could do that. When in balance, psychic, strong, clear. Pandora's box, your gifts, your soul gifts. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this reel that I'm always seeing about, it's like about friendship, and of course we're close. We were burned at the stake together. So maybe you had a past life where you were a witch. When out of balance, ungrounded, and hypersensitive, highly sensitive. That card was on the top, highly sensitive human, which means you're magical. To bring into balance, daily meditation practice. The Crow. You could be balancing your life. You could be focusing on a healthy diet. You could be focusing on joyful friendships and regular self-study. Very accountable, very self-aware. You. Beautiful. This is gorgeous energy. Gorgeous. The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't have to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. Nobody's perfect in this world. I say that all the time. Show me one perfect person. There isn't one. And not everybody has it figured out when they take that leap of faith. You can figure it out as you go. This isn't just whoever I'm tapping into here. You are magical and you're ready to start sharing your wisdom with the world. You're ready. And Spirit's going to catch you. You're ready. And if you wait until you feel ready, you might not ever feel that, right? You might not ever feel ready. Remember, you don't need outside validation. And as long as you help one person, that's all it's about. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. And those people who expect a perfect angel that doesn't make mistakes, their expectations are too high. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. What did I say about the turtle? And sharing your story. Do you know how it feels to come across someone? Like, there's a reason so many people, I always use addiction as an example, but there's a reason that addicts go on to be addiction counselors. Because it's incredibly powerful when someone who has gone through all of these traumatic events, which if you're a divine being, you would have had a tough life, tough past lives, right? But it's so inspiring to see someone who has walked through those fires time and time again evolve and ascend and find their power. That's so inspirational to others. Don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. And again, anybody who says, I don't want to hear it, you talk about yourself too much, they're not meant to hear you, and that's okay. Where was I? I gotta start this. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. So your journey is a part of it. And that's often what I say when I do mission readings, is that your life experience up until this point, the journey that you've had to walk through in this life, you weren't given those trials and tribulations and tower moments and trauma and lessons. You weren't given those for no reason. There was a higher purpose to it all. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward too. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is in your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. That just blew my mind a little. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anybody's permission. Just the courage to stand up, embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. Is it troughs? You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. Sing, little nightingale, sing. How are you being called to step up and lead? How can you be the leader you wish you had? I choose confidence and calm over worry and stress. Your affirmation, powerful. So are you a follower or a leader, right? Have the courage to go first. Go against the grain is what I'm hearing. That's gorgeous. And the weird thing is when I picked up the High Priestess deck, this card was in it and I took it out. But now I get it, collaboration of souls. There are other souls waiting to collaborate with you, right? And I'm just thinking about this Priestess card. Are you a leader or a follower? And that's kind of like, I know that you guys know I'm going through a big transition right now, and it's been really triggering, and it's been hard, and it's been similar to when I first awakened, what's going on with me right now. And I am going against the grain when it comes to the way people read tarot. But it all happened for a reason, right? Collaboration of souls. And I've heard some of you say, I want to find my soul tribe. I want to find my people. Your people could be waiting for you to make the first step and to put yourself out there. That is how you find your people, by expressing yourself, by shining your light, by taking the lead. Collaboration of souls, and not just, this isn't just work related, right? This card also talks about friendships. It talks about love as well. You're ready. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. And for any of you just starting out online, there's a reason I'm bringing this up. Bree and I were talking about this, that you also have to be prepared for the people who are triggered by your light, because it's going to happen. And that can be a triggering experience in itself. We were talking about how even influencers or social media, they're not influencers, but maybe they are, I don't know. But even people who just do like makeup tutorials or do eating videos, like where they eat food. I even saw it this morning on a video about, I'm following a story of a dog who had to have its back legs taken for health reasons, and I'm following the story of that. And even in that beautiful soul's comment section, who's trying to rescue this dog, there are negative comments in her section too. They're everywhere, right? And you can't let that stop you. You can't let that stop you. It doesn't matter what you do, those people are going to be there. Those people that feel safer behind their keyboards, right? Keyboard warriors. I used to have friends that were keyboard warriors, right? I had a friend who got a real kick out of tormenting people in their comment sections and putting them down. And she was a very unhappy soul. So just remember that if that happens to you, right? All right, I want to see ethereal insights. I want to see how you're doing. Breakthrough, epiphany, breakthrough, breaking through a layer. New understanding, clarity. All right. Let's have a look at your beautiful energy, my friend. Okay, we have stability, so you're focused on stability right now. Remember the feeling that I was getting where I said, it's not that I feel, yes, it's balanced, but it's also a little uncertain of what comes next, right? Trusting in your inner guidance. Look, we have lost. So you could be feeling like you've hit a point here where you feel like you're supposed to be doing something, right? Because there's all this energy about coming out of your cave, authentic expression, taking the lead, stepping into the light to share your voice with others, however that is for you. So if you are feeling a little like, what should I be doing right now, right? I'm just going to say that. Ew. Okay, so we have breakup here. So this could have all stemmed from a breakup with someone or a separation with someone, right? Someone who you were looking to be that stable person in your life, someone that maybe you saw ending up forever with. You could have felt very lost in that connection. Let me just see what comes out there. I just want to confirm this. This could have been a connection where you couldn't be your vulnerable self, or it left you feeling very exposed. Like, I keep hearing you're a divine soul, so this could have been something that kind of exposed all of your unhealed wounding, right? Let me just confirm that. Courage, emotional strength, finding your emotional strength. We have alluring, the one. Shift, energetic shift. So whatever this is, it had to end so that you could go through this shift. You probably weren't, I feel like maybe this was a connection where you couldn't be your vulnerable self. You wanted more support from this person, but really what was happening is your soul was looking for more support. Your soul was wanting to be supported by you, is what I'm hearing. We do have an energetic shift. Changes, energetic shifts. So I don't think you're feeling lost and confused right now over that. That's not what I'm getting from this energy. What I'm getting is you could be, do you know what I'm hearing? You could be anticipating that something's supposed to be happening or that something's coming because you have gifts. You could feel like a shift. I'm hearing a shift in the wind, right? You could be feeling a shift coming, but you're unsure of what that shift is. And, this is giving me Queen of Wands energy, enticing, irresistible enchanting, right? Tapping into your creative flow, wanting to finding that fire within, right? Embracing that fire within, glow up energy internally, the Queen of Wands internally feeling confident, right? Going through a glow up, but perhaps externally you have a fear of masculine energy stepping into the spotlight, King of Wands, right? Perhaps you have a fear of exposing yourself or opening yourself up to judgment or to the things that we were talking about. We have the one. I'm going to confirm that. Realizing that you're the one, right? You're the one you've been looking for your entire life. You're the one you've been looking for outside of yourself. One energy is what I'm hearing. And again, I feel like you've got that Queen of Wands energy, but there's a fear about the stepping into your power externally. I hope that makes sense. It'll make sense to the right people. Right? You could have been looking outside of yourself for support, realizing that that support has been within you all along. Emotional strength. Also having the emotional strength to be vulnerable in your mission is what I'm hearing. Alignment. You're coming into alignment, in tune, living authentically and intentionally. Yin and yang. Yin and yang. One energy. Balancing that feminine and masculine energy. I'm going to have to get those decks now. Because again, I know I'm repeating myself. I don't know why I'm doing that. But it just feels like internally you're there. And now you have to take that leap of faith externally. Taking the lead, the King of Wands, being a leader to others, right? Your students are ready. They're waiting for their teacher. You're late. No, you're not late. You're just on time. Perfect timing. Coming into a higher alignment, aligning with that higher self. Strong, brave, emotional strength. And it takes courage to put yourself out there, right? It takes courage to put yourself out there and be vulnerable and let people see you. But you've got this. You've got this. Another one. Somewhere along the way, I'm going to have to learn how to get my readings a little shorter because I am going away in September and I want to have readings for you guys. So while I'm away, I'm just mentioning it now. While I'm away, my readings are probably not going to be as long as they normally are. I'm going to have to find... Anyway, I'll figure it out. But just a warning. One more row. One more row. Fame! Step into the spotlight! Oh my gosh! Words of affirmation. Showing care with words. Speak with love. You are amazing. And if you truly are who I'm channeling here, you would be speaking with love, right? You wouldn't be education, learning lessons, graduating. You're graduating. You've learned so many lessons here. You're ready to help others. I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing talk therapy, like your voice, expressing your voice to help others. Learn from their lessons. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. You are the teacher. Cobras could be symbolic. You're the teacher. You're ready. And you don't need anybody to validate that. You don't need anybody's permission. And we have fame on the bottom, but it's not, if you're doing it for fame, which you're not, I can see that, it's not for the right reasons, right? If you're doing it for money or fame, it's not the right reason. And that's what I mean. Set the intention. Interesting. Set the intention as long as I help one person, right? Your candle will help light other people's candles. Your light will spread. And again, it's not about going viral. It's not about fame. It's about helping others with their lessons. And I just took off perfect match. So we have that collaboration of souls, and then we have perfect match. 5-star compatible kindred spirit. So you could also be calling in a kindred spirit. And what that is someone who really is compatible with you because you've learned similar lessons. You're in the same energy. You're both in one energy. Kindred spirits, thinking of Bree, my kindred spirit. All right. I feel like we should go unspoken oracle first. The birdies are out in the rain making the most of the weather. I love that. I love it. Okay, we're going to start with this deck. Because I want to see what's around you. Let's have a look. What you're calling in as well. This beautiful collective, what do we need to know? Nothing. You're good. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing. This beautiful collective. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? We have divine timing. We have silence. Emotional standoff, unspoken frustrations, lessons in patience. So you could have been through a lot of lessons in patience, and we have divine timing. Pausing with purpose, everything aligning, universe at work, trust in perfect timing. Trust in perfect timing. So there could have been a time where you were very... I'm just thinking about where that landed with the ethereal insights. We had lost, confused, break up, separate, part ways. So you could have been in some type of emotional standoff with someone who was choosing pride over connection. Unspoken frustration. I am ready for all that life has to offer me. That's your affirmation. Your affirmations for this reading are beautiful. Unspoken frustration. So this could have been, remember that vulnerable card, this could have been a connection where you suppressed out of fear, out of not wanting to rock the boat, right? Maybe knowing that this person would invalidate you is what I'm hearing. Shrinking yourself, going your separate ways in divine timing. And maybe that's coming up for you right now when you're feeling called to take the lead and step up as a teacher or a leader. That could be triggering you right now. If you felt misunderstood or silenced in the past, right? I don't know why I'm playing with my hair during my reading. I mean, I do play with my hair, but not usually during readings. Let's get another one. Inner glow, I saw it. Love rewrite. You've got a love rewrite here. New chapter in love, emotional maturity, releasing old patterns, ready for better beginnings. So you're leaving this behind, whatever this is. This energy, energetic shift. You've changed your energy, remember? Unspoken truth, emotional loose ends. Like, I feel like you're finding your own closure right now. Ready for better beginnings, no longer being lost or confused, right? You could have went through a period of separation where you were quite stuck, or where you were... I'm hearing it. You could have went through a period where you were very focused on this person, even in separation, where you couldn't find your way. Maybe, not wanting to open Pandora's box, hoping that this person would come back, right? Still thinking about the past, but that's not you anymore. That's not you anymore. Like I said, I feel like maybe there was quite a long period where you were stuck here, not wanting to look in that Pandora's box at self, right? At all the healing that you needed to do. Emotional maturity, releasing old patterns. So this type of energy wouldn't align with you anymore. Silent treatment, right? Connections, situations where you have to shrink yourself or dim your light for others. I want to get one more for that. You're surrendering it. Surrender season. Didn't I say surrender? Trusting divine order. And that's what I said when I saw you on that rainbow bridge, like trusting in what comes next. It's out of your control. You're surrendering. Releasing expectations, flowing with grace. Right? Because maybe you did go through a time where you expected this person was going to come back, or you expected that you would call in new love, or maybe your expectations of self were too high, right? But surrendering this, that's what I was hearing. Like, it's no longer aligned with you. You're learning to say no. Remember that card, learning to say no. Timing didn't align. Lessons through loss. Acceptance brings peace. You're accepting this now. You're in surrender and acceptance. The hustle trap, overworking for validation, overextending yourself, shrinking, needing that external validation, losing joy, right? Burnout creeping in, emotional burnout. That's not you anymore. This is everything you're surrendering. And again, lessons through loss. You're seeing the lessons now. I'm seeing the full circle card, which is, a full circle moment is when you see, oh, that's why all that had to happen. Or, oh, because I released this is what I am vibrant. Your affirmations are crazy. Why did I just want to say off the hook? What is that? I've never said that in my life. Off the chain? What does that mean? Anyway, I'm probably not even saying it right. This is everything you're surrendering. This is beautiful. Anyway, that's what I was hearing. Full circle. So I'm seeing the full circle. Maybe you haven't had a full circle moment yet. Right? It's those moments where you realize, oh, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have learned that lesson, and then I wouldn't have called this in. Surrender, letting go of control, trusting in divine timing, trusting in the divine, trusting in your higher self. And that's exactly what I was seeing at that rainbow bridge. She even had her arms open in that image, right? Beautiful. All right. Fresh start, new beginnings. Beautiful. Authentic expression. Authentic expression. You could have people getting into your energy right now. Third party and outside influences affecting your authentic expression. So the way that I was looking at this, right? I'm going current right now. Fresh start, new beginnings, a positive outlook, clean energy, which means I'm hearing recycling negative influences, negative energy out of your life. Learning to say no to things that bring chaos, things that bring back that unhealed version of you, right? Ready for aligned opportunities. And it's the same type of image as all those cards. The feminine standing there. You had it in, even the breakthrough card was like that in the white deck. There's like a repetitive imagery, right? When I used to do readings over the head, I still do look at body language in the cards, but I always used to pay attention to the body language in the cards, right? And all of these cards, all of them, every single one of these cards is looking back that way. All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those cards are looking back, right? Past energy. And then all these beautiful cards that are coming out, we've got someone standing forward. The Rainbow Bridge, the other ones I read, the Priestess card, right? You're so focused on self right now is my point. You're focused on self. You're walking your path. Aligned, ready for aligned opportunities, right? Trusting that what's aligning with you now is meant to, and if it doesn't feel magnetic, you're learning to say no. A positive outlook, not a lack mentality, not a negative mindset, not pessimism, positivity. Grounded in strength, not just toxic positivity. We have authentic expression, speaking your truth, no longer shrinking, letting your real self shine, alignment over approval. Powerful. And if this is what you're going through in your life with the people around you, learning to say no, you're being prepped, you're in training, you've been training for lifetimes. Remember this, you've been training for lifetimes. You're meant to step out and share your voice. And you would have been being tested in situations around you right now, calling you to speak your authentic truth. Not just silence. Maybe in the past, silence. You would choose silence. You would suppress your feelings. You would duck out, right? Oh, conflict, I'm just going to choose silence. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to speak my truth, right? Because we talk about there's power in silence, right? Silent strength. But I'm seeing that it could have more been a trauma response, right? Shutting down, going silent, where this is about speaking your authentic truth, alignment over approval. And when you start speaking your authentic truth, it does trigger people. No longer shrinking, letting your real self shine. And again, anybody who's telling you you're not, like anybody who has a problem with this, they're just not aligned with you. So again, I feel like you're someone in the past who would go silent. But now you're learning to find your voice, right? Anybody who's in that energy that suppresses, it's all going to come back up, just more explosive, right? And that's where we can react. That's where we can overreact and really lose our banana, where it comes out very aggressive, right? Very cutthroat, very cold, very off with their heads, because we hit our breaking point. When we suppress because we want people to approve of us, or we don't want people to, when we shrink ourselves, when we suppress, it doesn't just disappear, right? We can become resentful. We can become explosive. But anyway, perhaps you do have some outside interference right now interfering with your authentic expression, right? Unclear loyalty, emotional interference. You could be triggering people. Or there could be people. I brought it up for a reason. Hang on. I brought it up for a reason. But when I first awakened, and I'm sure you've been through this as well, when I first awakened, when you start, it also coincided with when I found out I was neurodivergent and I started unmasking, right? So I started trying to drop that mask. I started trying to be my authentic self. And people will fall away. People will... Like, there's a reason that some people think when you wake up that you're losing your mind, right? I had people tell me that they were worried about me. This was many years ago. And I said at the beginning of this reading, I'm going through something very similar right now, which is where I am finding my authentic voice. And the people who are used to me shrinking, I'm still compassionate, I'm still loving, I'm still gentle. This came up for a reason. I'm not going to give these people any more of my time and energy. But when you are speaking your authentic truth and you're triggering people do feel like they have the right to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. People think they have the right to tell you who you should be, right? So you could be struggling with people, outside interference, that maybe you're emotionally triggering, or it's triggering you emotionally because they could be resisting or triggered by your authenticity. Authenticity is so triggering to people. Listen to Mr. Crow. Emotional interference, right? And that does happen when you're speaking your authentic truth. This is your current energy. So you could be experiencing this, like friends who aren't aligned with you anymore, or friends who don't want to hear your authentic truth or don't understand your authentic truth, or coworkers or family, whatever it is. Don't let them sabotage your journey. Crap bucket because they're not ready to grow, or because it's not in their contract to go through what you're going through, right? Don't let outside interference stop you from letting your real self shine. Choosing peace, taking back control, silent strength, elevated self-worth. I'm going to be honest, I'm seeing some energy here that you could have some outside influences trying to sabotage you right now. And again, they're not doing it on purpose. It's crab bucket mentality. It's unconscious. They're trying to pull you back down, right? I use the example of when there's a group of people who drink, right? And somebody stops drinking. The other people in that group, because they have an addiction, if it's that type of situation, they can unconsciously tempt the person who's quitting drinking. Why don't you have a drink? Why don't you have a drink with us? Nobody will know. Nobody will know. It's just one drink. And it's just that devil energy. It's there is a level of sabotage happening because they're still in self-sabotage. Does that make sense? You know what? Because this is such a specific reading, this is such a specific reading. This feels like a very... I'm just going to talk about something for a quick minute because I don't think those people are here right now. This is a very balanced collective. And there's a reason, like I heard transmuting, right? So we go through things that we transmute to help others. And one thing that is happening with me right now, that card that talked about being a leader, not a follower, that's basically the transition I'm going through. I don't want to follow others anymore. I don't want to follow the other people in the tarot community. I want to do what is aligned with me. And readings about self, or like self-love, healing, that's what's aligned with me right now. And it is very triggering for a lot of people. And it's triggering for me because I'm going through another ascension where the person that people thought I was, which I'm still me, but I found more assertiveness, and people are really... I'm going to be honest, I was in tears for like hours today. I'm just going to be honest with you, and authentic and vulnerable, because part of the message in that deck was to share your experience because other people can relate to it, right? So I'm going to follow that card, the advice that I'm giving you, and I'm just going to do it. But I've allowed some of those people to plant little seeds of doubt in me, and that's what I'm working through right now. But that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing somebody who's sharing authentic expression, and then you've got outside influences possibly making you feel like you shouldn't come out of that cave, like you shouldn't step into the light. Even what I was talking about, thank you for giving me space. I'm just going to talk about, because of the collective that I'm channeling right now, I feel safe to share something vulnerable with you because I feel like I'm in that collective that understands. With that suppression, the silence, and then I was talking about how it just kind of explodes out of you. That's kind of what's been happening to me. I've spent a really long time, like I was always truthful in my readings, but I've spent a long time suppressing some authenticity. And I've had 3 videos in a row that was I channeled the energy of the collective. And the energy that I was channeling was very stuck. It was very wounded. And I should have known it was going to happen by putting those readings out there where I saw, yes, I was assertive and still compassionate, but I triggered a lot of people who then said some really nasty stuff to me. And their assumption is that I don't know why I'm telling you all this, right? There's a reason I'm telling you all of this. When you share your voice, now I know why I'm telling you this. When you put yourself out there, you have to be prepared that there are going to be people who disagree with you. I am someone who chooses silence when it comes to when I disagree with someone that I see on social media. They're a stranger to me. If I don't agree with them, if I don't like something that they're doing, if something about them annoys me or whatever, I just scroll on, right? But when you put yourself out there in vulnerability, remember that card about being vulnerable, feeling exposed. You are putting yourself out there for that, right? And that emotional interference, that outside influence can again make you want to not speak your truth. So for whoever you are, I do want you to be prepared for that. Or maybe that's something you're going through right now with the people in your life, right? When I first awakened, I went through it with my very best friend. She told me, I don't believe in any of that. I think that's all a bunch of boo, whatever. I don't want to hear it. Don't bring that around me. I don't want to hear about healing. I don't want to hear about healing addiction. I don't want to hear any of it. And what did I do? I shrunk myself. I picture my body glowing, growing, and healing. Your affirmations are crazy. Anyway, what was my point? Even right now, like I'm channeling your energy and this outside influence and authentic expression, I feel like you're struggling with something there because it's like bringing up the energy that I'm transmuting, if that makes sense. Anyway, and what people didn't understand about those readings are those are collectives that are very, very stuck and they're not hearing me, right? And the more I try and over explain, the more I try and get them to hear me, the more triggered they become, the more triggered I become. I even had people saying that I must be going through like this is the weirdest thing, right? The things that people will do to people who put themselves out there to help others. It happened to any tarot reader who stops doing tarot. The community will, like that Alex reads tarot, will make assumptions about why is she doing it. So I have a bunch of people making assumptions that I'm the one that's in a toxic relationship and that's why I've changed. And that couldn't be further from the truth, right? Those people aren't meant to hear me, right? You can't let people who are not ready to hear you sabotage your path, stop you from sharing your authentic voice. And I even said I was not going to bring it up. I'm not giving them my time and energy anymore, those people. But because it's coming up in this middle row, I really felt, again, anything healers go through, they're meant to help others with. So that's why I'm mentioning it. And with people like that, choose silence, right? That's what I'm going to do from now on. Not that I ever reply to them. I don't ever reply to their fucking comments. But you, authentic expression, just remember there is outside influence here causing emotional interference when it comes to sharing your voice. Even if that's a wound from your past, right? Where you were programmed to be silent or programmed to believe that your voice doesn't matter. Some of that could be bubbling up within you right now as you are feeling called to share your voice. Whoever you are, I don't think you're focused on love. I think you're focused on self. And I think that what's coming next is you stepping into your purpose. All right, let's keep going. Yes, let's keep going. Lesson learned. Realignment. Outgrowing the old, returning to balance. Exactly. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Drifting apart. So you're outgrowing people, and that's okay. Right? People outgrow each other. It happens. And then people take it personally, right? I get it. I used to take it personally. And now I have people around me that take it personally. Different paths, changing priorities, no hard feelings. Growth creating distance. So whoever you are, you don't have hard feelings about this, but you're understanding that you are outgrowing the old. You are outgrowing old friendships, maybe your old job, the way that you used to shrink yourself, right? Everything in your soul is ready for a new beginning, but you could have a fear of taking that step forward. No hard feelings, right? And usually in my experience, what happens, I'm experiencing right now. I don't have hard feelings about my growth and what I'm outgrowing. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's emotional. But then there are other people who are that take it personally, right? They take your growth personally, but it's not about them. It's no longer in alignment, right? Realignment, ready for aligned opportunities, saying no to anything that's not aligned with you. Values shifting, your values are different, right? Outgrowing the old, returning to balance, choosing a new direction. And listen to Mr. Crow outside. Beautiful. We have lesson learned. Karmic cycle closed. Awareness gained. Healing complete. Ready for something real. That's interesting. It's coming out with right person, wrong time. Connection too soon. Path's not ready. Deep emotions remain. So you still feel connected to someone here. Distance for growth, but you're understanding the reason for distance. And this is what I mean. It's almost like you're outgrowing the old. Whatever this was in the past back here is no longer aligned with you. Right? You don't want unspoken truths. You don't want silent treatment. You don't want someone who's in their pride and ego that puts you in your pride and ego. And there's an emotional standoff and unspoken frustration, right? Someone you have to overextend yourself for or prove yourself to. That's not aligned with you anymore. And you don't have any hard feelings about that, which is powerful. I cannot tell you how powerful this energy is. Mr. Crow agrees. Right? You've closed out an important cycle here, or you're going to. And you're ready for something real, not something fragmented, right? You're finding whole energy, one energy, and that's kindred spirit, right? You're ready for someone else who's in whole energy. And you know, I'm not just talking about romantic love, I'm talking about friendship as well, kindred spirits, soul tribe energy, collaboration of souls. And I think the reason you are ready for something real, I think I am worthy of rest that I did not have to earn. That's your affirmation. I think you are ready for something real here, and that's probably why Spirit's guiding you to step out of your cave, to step into the light. And for anyone who's watching this that's still working through, like, you don't have to be ready. My dogs are losing their minds. You're never going to be ready to put yourself out there, but you also, hang on. It's so funny because crows are very protective, right? And my dogs are barking because somebody was just delivering something, and I can also hear two crows outside crowing at him like, get out of here. What was I saying? Oh, yes. You're never going to feel ready to step out there. There are a lot of people who lack discernment. So if you are still struggling with saying no, if you're still in this, right? That's not the time to step out and take the lead to help others. You have to transmute that energy, right? Whoever you are, you've learned important lessons. Remember, graduate lessons. You're ready to teach others. Purpose and progress. Long-term vision forming, seeds planted, patience required, growth behind the scenes. You're already working on your purpose by the healing that you've done. Your purpose has been in progress for lifetimes. And now you're not chasing anymore, that's for sure. And again, you'd be going through experiences where you have to find your authentic voice right now in certain situations, not just in love. You know what? I'm going to get one more card. Spirit, one more card. One. If you have anything left to say from this deck, one more card. Oh dear. I should have known that was going to happen. Okay. All right. So you have a test. You have another test. I know. And don't see tests as a negative thing. Once you pass the test, Galadriel. But it does look like you have one test here coming, because I asked Spirit like last temptation returns, familiar lesson repeats, patterns resurfacing, spirit testing growth. You're going to pass this test though, because you have a lesson learned here. Lesson learned, lesson integrated, right? You're going to choose silence. I always see this as like where you're headed, right? Lesson learned that it was the right person, the wrong time. You're going to see that reflected back to you. So it could be that someone, kindred spirit, enters your life. Alignment feels magnetic, one energy to one energy, yin and yang, and you'll see, whoa, that's how connection is supposed to feel, right? And I'm not talking about romantic connection either. Take the label away. But you're going to see, oh, that's why. Or it could even be this person that comes back and tests you, right? Testing you to fall back into your old ways, right? The crab bucket, remember we talked about that. Spirit will be testing your growth, but you're going to have a moment where you see it, you see whatever this test is, and it's going to be like, oh, that's like full circle moment I'm hearing. Awareness gained, right? Healing, you're in such a healed energy that you're going to see this and you're just going to choose to say no. Remember that card. You're just going to say no or nothing at all. Silence. Silence speaks loudly, energy withdrawal, distance for clarity, right? And we have dream job alignment. So this could also be about you and stepping into this leader role, right? You could be tested with people who want to pull you back into your old ways, right? Or familiar lessons repeat, temptation returns. There's a reason I was talking about those comments. But it's leading to your dream job alignment. So for a lot of you, I definitely, even this card, take love away, right person, wrong time, right? The people who aren't ready to hear you yet, they probably do need to hear your truth, but they're not ready. And no hard feelings. Let them just choose silence with them, right? I'm going to take that advice. Thanks, Spirit. It's so beautiful because even doing these readings, you guys teach me things with the energy that Spirit gives you. Like, I learn from you. Right? So there could be people who want to silence you or don't like the shift you're making. It's just that you're not aligned. It's that that person isn't ready to hear it, and that's okay. You know what? I feel this isn't even about that person. If that person does pop up, you have lesson learned. I feel like you're going to see it's not aligned with you. Alignment feels magnetic. You're going to integrate that lesson and choose silence and focus on your purpose. That's what I'm hearing right now. And I'm being called to, it's not that I don't want to talk about love, but there's a reason I started with a High Priestess deck. There's a reason I got Work Your Light Oracle. There's a reason Spirit's guiding you to focus on self, right? So again, when you step out of your comfort zone into the light, you will be tested. But just choose silence, right? Don't let that deter you because your dream job alignment here. And I even said to Bree today, like, I feel like I'm being tested right now to fall back into my old way of reading, to please others, to have people validate me. Nah, I'm not doing it. Purpose meets opportunity, authentic expression, right place, right time, fulfillment, calling. Your fulfillment is calling. So again, it's not that I don't want to talk about love, but Spirit's not giving me love. Spirit's giving me purpose. Your mission. All right. And no contact, and then it's closed. Protect your energy, right? Protection. Remember all of those cards. Protect your energy. Don't let anybody push you off your path to your purpose. You're meant to shine a light in this world. You would be someone who people feel safe talking to because I felt safe opening up to you. Right? I felt safe being vulnerable with you. Like really vulnerable with you. So you would have that energy where maybe people just tell you things and you're not sure, like, why did they just tell me all of that? Right? I just quickly want to check your feminine energy and your masculine energy. I'm only going to get one row for each though. And then I'm just going to get you a few tarot cards for advice. Let's just jump right in. I'm just going to cut it once. Alignment. And when you're in alignment, you can feel when something's not, right? Connected to source, identifying with something greater than the material world. Pandora's box, the magic. Beautiful. That's beautiful. It's funny, my shirt looks brown, but it's burgundy. Like when I look down, it looks purple. But when I look in the camera, it looks very brown. Maybe you're an earth sign. All right. Your feminine energy, internal feminine energy. That was going to be bottom of the deck energy, but it wanted to come out. Your internal feminine energy. Awakening, spiritual ascension, change in behavior. Oh my gosh. You've changed. Yes, thank you for noticing. Change is good, right? Remember, when people say you've changed, you're different. They're seeing growth. They might not see it like that, but it's Not that you need validation, but it is proof that you are changing and growing. Slowing down to reflect, shift in priorities and values, transformation of the inner world. Didn't I say, Queen of Wands, your inner world, your inner glow? And now you're being asked to take it externally, not for validation, but to help others. This is beautiful. You could be going through a third eye awakening. I'm feeling a little bit of pain right here in my third eye. No longer needing others to validate your change, right? And again, people don't, a lot of people don't like change. I get it. And it makes sense why people react the way they do when people change. But there shouldn't be hard feelings, right? People are meant to change and grow and evolve. Change in behavior. So you would have people saying, you're different. Not just you've changed, you're acting different. Maybe some of them say, and I don't like it. It just means you're on different paths. That's all. It's funny because I have a lot of feminine energy coming out of me right now. So maybe your internal feminine is very balanced. It'll be interesting to see your masculine because I can feel like that softness. Clarity. Able to see things clearly. I'm also hearing a clear channel. Understanding situations, people, places, and things for what they truly are. And that's exactly how I'm talking to you. Right? This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. We have spirit animal on the bottom. So you could have a spirit animal. The crow is my spirit animal, clearly. Clearly. You could have animals crossing your path right now, or a metaphor for someone or something they relate to or admire. So you could have somebody that you admire, it's someone that's taught you, that you look up to, right? That you aspire to be. They're your spirit animal. And remember, you're meant to be somebody else's spirit animal. And you could definitely be a divine being. Look at those swans. I hear a mourning dove outside in the rain. Let's get another one. Your internal feminine energy. That's interesting. We have desire and ignore. It's funny. I don't know why I find that funny. So you could have been someone that used to overlook red flags, right? Wounded empath. But we have desire. That's interesting. So you could be releasing the energy of desire. Like, desire can be wounded energy, can be distorted energy when we're desiring someone or something outside of ourselves. Right? So you could be starting to see when you're in that energy of, I need validation outside of me. I need to know what's going on with somebody else. When you're desiring something outside of yourself, you're seeing it as a red flag within you. What do I need to work on, right? I'm going to get one more for that. Because whoever you are, you're not overlooking red flags anymore. You didn't get the red flag alert either. That card in the Unspoken Oracle. One more for this one. Transmuting! That's the card I was seeing. That's the card I was seeing. Very interesting. So you could be desiring someone on your mind where you find yourself wanting, maybe you find yourself looking at pictures, but it's no longer, you're transmuting that energy, which means when you feel a desire to think about this person, when you feel yourself craving this person, energetically chasing this person, you're transmuting that energy into something else. You're doing something else with your energy rather than just sitting around in nostalgia and sadness and missing them. Alchemizing lower vibrations into higher ones using the qualities associated with the divine feminine like intuition, compassion, and receptivity. Right? So when you're desiring something outside of yourself, you're transmuting it into, what do I need right now? What am I desiring within? Right? Even you could be like, memories could be popping up of this person. You could be seeing things that you swept under the carpet for so long now that you're shedding these layers and you're ascending. Right? You're looking back at some of these things thinking, oh, those were red flags. I did sweep that under the carpet. That was lower vibrational energy. Why did I desire that? I'm going to transmute that energy and learn from it. You're a transmuter. I said it. I said it. When I got up to do whatever I got up to do, I was seeing that card. Transmuting energy to help others, the turtle. Oh, that's beautiful. This is gorgeous energy. Your energy, your internal feminine. Assertive, learning to find your authentic voice, being more assertive. Able to get your point across without upsetting themselves or others. I hear you, Spirit. I hear you. I got upset. Oh my gosh. This is an interesting combination. That is really interesting to me. So somewhere inside of you, you have faith in your journey, but this is an interesting one. It's confusing you why you still have hope. But this is hope grounded in discernment. This is not, remember, you're tapping into your gifts, your inner knowing, right? I feel it's more faith, but it confuses you. It's almost like, just think about all the cards we've been pulling. It's almost like you are transmuting this energy. You see the red flags now. You're learning the lessons, right? And I feel like part of you intuitively, and I know this is going to sound a little bonkers, but just that Pandora's box and your gifts and your inner knowing and your psychic ability, you could have this inner like hope grounded in discernment, right person, wrong time. That card came out. But it confuses you because maybe you're still not trusting your intuition. Like this says hope. You still have hope that things will work out. And part of you is like, what? Why do I have that? Why do I have that faith within? Why do I have that inner knowing, right? That things are supposed to work out. That's the download I got from Spirit when these two cards came out together. And again, you're in surrender. So there's trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. But that's immediately what I heard, like an inner knowing, right? You know when you have, like you think of something intuitively and then it happens? Like the other night I was sitting outside and I saw myself listening to music, looking up and seeing a shooting star. And I thought, I'm going to do that. I put on my headphones. I hit angel shuffle, a song started playing. I looked up. First I saw a satellite, and while I was watching the satellite, shooting star right away. Confirmation of your intuition, your inner knowing, your gifts, right? Think about those High Priestess cards. But it's like you have hope, or I want to say faith, or you have an inner knowing that is the right person, wrong time. But then it confuses you because you're in this very assertive energy, right? You know what else I'm hearing? The people around you may also be confused by the change in your energy, change in behavior. The fact that you are being more assertive and standing up for yourself could be causing confusion within people around you. Anyway, I'm just going to get one more card. I'm surprised mission didn't come out. It could still come out. Forgiveness. You're forgiving yourself. You're forgiving this person. Forgiveness, it's not about them, it's about you. You're finding forgiveness for any pain this person caused you. True unconditional love is what I'm hearing. Confidence, strong sense of worth. You believe in yourself. Feeling comfortable in your own skin. Emotional strength. Remember that card? It had a little shadow of a person with a superhero cape on it. You have that inner confidence, that Queen of Wands energy. You're ready to step out. You're ready to step into your power. And maybe you're waiting for permission. Maybe that's why Spirit's not giving us the mission card. We have balance. Feeling harmonious within due to both feminine and masculine energies being balanced. And we do have isolated. It's time to come out of your cave. Remember that card. Alone to reflect on work on bettering yourself, mind, body, and spirit. That's what you're focused on right now. And it's not about being lonely. It's not about... You're comfortable in your own skin. You're becoming comfortable in your own company. I'm telling you, that card with the cave on it, it's time to step into your power. You have the inner confidence. We have passion here. And I'm not taking that, feeling a magnetic pull, desiring to connect with others. Right? I'm not seeing that as your person. That's not your energy. I'm seeing this as a magnetic pull. You have the confidence. You're ready. You've been working on yourself for long enough, right? We're not meant to stay in spiritual isolation forever. And we continue learning lessons and having full circle moments when we meet our people, right? You're in balance here. And again, there's a strong magnetic pull to step out of isolation, to step out of your comfort zone, to connect with others. And no, I'm not talking about this person. I'm talking about connecting with other like-minded souls, the dolphin. Confidence on the bottom. I'm surprised mission didn't come out, but Spirit already gave you that card about you don't need permission. You don't need permission. You're ready to lead. So maybe that's why we're not getting it, because Spirit is saying you don't need the permission. The passion, the magnetic pull is there to step into the light and help others. Trust your inner gifts, right? I'm just going to get a line here. Step out of your comfort zone. Your internal masculine energy. Do you know what I noticed yesterday? Do any of you drink tea with your pinky up? I don't drink tea, so I don't know. But I shuffle with my pinky up. I wonder what the pinky... Bree could tell me what the pinky means. I always shuffle, I noticed it yesterday with my pinky up. Anyway, things that I think about when I'm supposed to be sleeping. Your internal masculine. Confidence. From low self-esteem to confidence. Negative beliefs about yourself, lack of confidence, feeling bad about yourself, not anymore, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident about your connection with self, feeling confident about your feminine energy. Remember, I was picking up on a lot of feminine energy, so I think that you feel very confident about where you are in terms of feminine energy, but maybe you're still working through the confidence of stepping out externally. Remember, I talked about that. The King of Wands. We have comfort zone, choosing things or people that feel familiar. Like, remember, stepping out of that cave, it's time to step out of your comfort zone. We have willpower, energetic determination, self-mastery, self-control, self-motivated. I was talking about willpower in that reading yesterday. Again, this collective, I can say it here. But I've even had people saying, you've changed, you don't laugh. You don't laugh in this reading, you didn't laugh at all. It wasn't a laughing matter. It was a very, very, very stuck collective. And I was embodying their energy. And it actually, I cried after that reading. Beginnings, wanting a fresh start, wanting a clean slate. You want to plant this pentacle. New opportunities, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, it's outside of your comfort zone, but self-mastery, Eight of Pentacles, you're ready. You're ready to step outside of your comfort zone. I don't think you have yet. But you have the willpower and determination to do this. You are strong enough. This is one of those readings. I don't know how long I've been here. It's been a while. I could just go and go and go and make a 7-hour reading. It's one of those readings. I just don't want to go. I'm thinking about all the cards I could have gotten that I should get, but it's already so long. Anyway. Just 3 more of these. 3 more of these. Spirituality. Music. Could be listening to music right now. You could be getting downloads through music. Maybe you channel music like me. Feeling connected to a higher power, the universe, or a force larger than themselves. You, Pandora's box, remember? And you could be getting messages through music. Music could be messages received through song lyrics. You. So you could be noticing songs that are following you around. You could be getting actual messages from spirit through music. I do all the time. There's nothing weird about it. It's magical. Surrender. Letting go of negativity. Listening to higher wisdom from self. Shifting out of ego and into soul self. I love it. I love it. I'm just going to get one more. This is amazing. One more, internal masculine. Signs. Receiving guidance. This is what it feels like sometimes. You have an inner knowing. When I saw... Sometimes I'm just I hear or have an inner knowing, look up. And I'll look up and there's a hawk above my head, right? It's you're seeing signs. There's an inner knowing for you to look at a certain thing or look at a certain direction or... You know what I'm trying to say? Receiving guidance, reassurance, or messages related to your situation, not your person, not your person. Through signs from spirit. Seeing signs, whatever. It's not about them. It's not about them. Your signs are for you. Your signs aren't for your person. Oh, you've got twin flame on the bottom. That's what I meant about, it's almost like you have an inner knowing that you are on the divine journey. And I do feel like I'm channeling a divine. mirror soul, you're seeing it for what it is, right? You're no longer seeing the signs that's about them. It's about me, right? If you see a sign, masculine, that makes you think of you're masculine, right? You know it's about you and what you need to work on and what you need to reflect on. Reflection, growth. You understand. I just heard you understood the assignment. Anyway, you wouldn't have that Pandora's box otherwise. There's no way. Okay, just really quick, I'm just gonna get... You know what I have to do? I have to message my poor family. Because I was supposed to be... Whoops, I just mixed those up. Whatever. I was supposed to be done earlier. It's supper time right now. Oh my gosh. So just give me... Well, you won't even know I'm gone. All right, I'm back. I just had to let them know what was going on. So I'm gonna get a few of the cosmic... I can't remember what this is called. Oh my gosh, you've got sacred union on the bottom. Sacred union with self. But also soul connections, kindred spirits, right? You're being called to get out there. You have students, right? Waiting to learn from you. Build partnerships that support your growth. Say no to the ones who don't. Surround yourself with individuals who empower you and lift you towards your goals. I'm seeing my beautiful Bree. You know what? I just want to get... I can't help myself. I just want to get you one animal card. Just one. Just one. Oh, okay. The cosmic egg. What the what? I don't even think I need to shuffle one out. That was crazy. Nightingale. Okay. All right. Just hang on here. Hang on. Hang on here. Okay. Intuitive reader. If you're a reader, you can read however the heck you want. But truly, my spirit guides are telling me to take these cards because it's everything we've talked about. There's a reason I felt called to just grab just one card. And I had a feeling when I was cutting it. I'm taking them. I am taking them. Don't be anxious about stepping into your light. Don't be anxious about... Easier said than done, right? Don't be nitpicky about self, about being perfect or knowing enough, right? Spirit's giving you that green light. Cosmic egg. Golden egg. Both spiritual cards. Nightingale. I swear I called you a nightingale. I swear I brought up this card. Or said you're my little nightingale. With a truth. With a gift to share with the world. Sing, sweet nightingale. And then you've got the buffalo, which is, remember I kept seeing with Pandora's box, the Hierophant. And to me, this always makes me think of the Hierophant. Spiritual, yet grounded. The buffalo sees a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment and growth, right? Once you open that box, then you start seeing everything as an opportunity for growth and evolution. A mentor to others, a spiritual mentor, a teacher. That, I was not going to get that deck. And just think about the energy in those first cards. Trust your inner gifts. Trust your inner knowing. There's a reason sometimes I'm like, Spirit says 2 more cards. Trust that inner knowing. And I'm not talking about you reading tarot. I'm talking about anything. Message of the message, golden egg, message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides as a message. This sound cannot be heard nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life and other people's opinions, right? In your cave that you're in, but you're at the edge of the cave. You're ready to get out of there. You've heard this message. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. My solar plexus is grumbling. I'm hungry. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. What card we were talking about meditation, daily meditation. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises deep from within you, you know you are well on your way, listening to your inner compass. This is beautiful. Listen to the message coming from within. And then you have the cosmic egg, completion. And you had that completion, lessons integrated, right? It represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. And I just grabbed this cosmic deck, right? Before I felt called to grab this, and now we got the cosmic egg. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time. And through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization, oneness. Beautiful. When it has not yet been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, that we travel alone, disconnected from others, right? That's not true. One energy. You're connected to other divine beings. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. I'm hearing like once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you're being reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. This is written in your soul contract. This is so... Anyway, talk about the glimmer of interconnectedness. I'm having a moment of that right now. This is in your contract, your soul's contract. I should have gotten it, but I didn't. I'm not running out of time, but like it is supper time. I'm supposed to be downstairs having supper with my family. We hold on to life and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. It's just beginning. It's just a different journey, right? New chapter, new path, new timeline. Oh, I put that card away without reading. The nightingale is to express your truth. Where are you, little nightingale? I'm hearing so that you can become a vulture. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. When in balance, speaks clearly. When out of balance, shy, lump in throat. To bring into balance, music. And you're getting messages through music. So you'd be getting messages about this. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. And you had Rainbow Bridge. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it out, and let it out. And just before this reading, I was singing and dancing to The Spark. Is it called The Spark or Spark by Cabin Crew? I love it. I searched for my spark and I found it. I wish I had the lyrics to that right in front of me. This is my passion and I couldn't live without it. What's the other line that I'm trying to remember from that? Where am I going? This way. The buffalo. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. Trusting, pure presence. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. And that's all it is, right? Transmuter, you're a transmuter. So you do see challenge, hardship, or a little bump in the road as an opportunity to learn something and transmute that energy and to help others. It does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead. There was all that imagery of you looking ahead, right? May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time. And let this card remind us that life is a precious gift. You are a gift. You are a gift to this world. Whoever you are. All right. But you're meant to be surrounding yourself with people who empower you and believe in you, right? And uplift you. And that's the thing about how energy works, right? If you surround yourself with people that are not aligned on the same frequency, the crab bucket effect, it's gonna keep you stuck or stagnant, or even worse, it's gonna pull you down. Whereas when you align with people in the same frequency, you actually help each other ascend even further. I'm just going to get 3 cards out of this deck. 3 cards. 3. I'm seeing Monica. 7. 3 cards out of this deck. Is that 1? Didn't want to come out. We've got, oh, buddy. Oh my gosh, you got all yellow cards. Powerful. Sacred balance, you got the elephant. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is a beautiful reading. And it's all about self. The enchanter's touch. Charm and captivate those around you. The magician, but using your power for good, not for manipulation. Your influence is magnetic. And that's the thing about people who have that influencer energy, that sometimes they can use it for the wrong reasons, right? Use your charisma and charm to create connections that open doors for you. Your ability to captivate others will pave the way to your success. So you do have a way with people. And the right people will be captivated by you, right? They won't be able to look away. And the other ones can put on sunglasses or a blindfold or whatever suits them. 98, so September 8th, August 9th could be symbolic. You've got the whole world in your hands. I'm hearing the world is your oyster. Look at all those red cards. You got all yellow cards. Powerful. Powerful. It's no wonder I needed to have a good cry before I did this reading. I needed to cleanse my energy for this. This is beautiful. So we have 99, September 9th, 22. Oh my gosh, we have 992233. You are coming into balance. Like, just the fact that you have like double numbers, and then you have 40. Stability. Anyway, 332299, February 2nd, March 3rd, April could be symbolic. Manifest your most cherished desires, your desires. You're redirecting your desires, remember? Your dreams hold the key to your success. What is your dream? Trust in the power of your dreams. They are messages from your higher self guiding you towards the life you are meant to live. Now is the time to bring those dreams into reality. Makes me think of that dream that I used to have of trying to wake up all the people who didn't want to wake up, and I was missing my plane, missing my ascension. It all makes so much sense now. It all makes so much sense. Carry abundance in your aura. Wealth flows to those who believe in their worth. Abundant mindset, and we're not just talking about money. Trust in your ability to attract abundance. Affirm your value daily. Affirm it daily. And watch prosperity flow naturally. Lucky charm, prosperity, 4-leaf clover. Anyway, I'm going to show you the pictures so that you can see them. It's still raining outside. This is beautiful. Strength of giants, the elephant. Auspicious, wise, unstoppable. Understands that blockages and obstacles are put in our way for redirection. The buffalo, you embrace it. You are stronger than you know. You carry the strength of generations within you. You're probably a cycle breaker. So you have ancestors. Maybe a pet. Remember I mentioned a pet. Draw on that power in times of difficulty. You are capable of moving mountains. Do you know what it made me think of? In Moana, where she sees all of her ancestors. That's what it makes me think of. I don't know why I'm seeing a grandmother. I mean, there is a grandmother in Moana. And you have sacred balance. Find harmony between action and rest. Success requires both effort and pause. Exactly. You don't want to overwork for validation, the hustle trap, right? Balance is the key to sustain success. Work hard when needed, but take time to rest and recharge. Only through balance can you reach your highest potential. It's not a race, it's a marathon, is what I'm hearing for some reason. Maybe you run marathons. That was weird. All right, I just want to get a couple of tarot cards for advice for you, but this is all, of course, the Empress is the Empress, of course. Of course. I'm just going to get a few cards of advice for you, okay? But it's all like mission focused, right? Or purpose. Advice for you. I can't take that. That was just too many. This is, oh my gosh, you have the 3 of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse. Releasing pain, forgiveness, recovery, emotional and physical healing, self-love, release, taking a break, finally learning how to say no, freedom, lightening the load, healing your baggage, right? This is where I want that collective yesterday to get to. This is beautiful. You're lightening your load. You're releasing baggage from the past by healing wounds. It's empowering you. It's making you lighter. It's helping you ascend. Say no, right? Say no to the things that don't align with you anymore. Love yourself more. You have the 9 of Swords in reverse on the bottom. Releasing fear. It's time to release your fear. Healing and relief, ending of mental torment, recovery, facing life, finding hope, learning to cope. Beautiful. What does that mean for business? I want to look. I don't have the business. I'm still studying career tarot. I'm still studying that. I was so... Putting conflicts behind you, developing better processes. I like that. Oh my gosh, my third eye is just aching. Do you have a headache right now? It's not a headache. Relief from work burdens, finding support, finding your soul tribe, remember? Finding your people. Your community. You're ready. Clarity about work, finding peace. 9 of Swords in reverse, finding peace, clarity. You know what you have to do. You know what you must do, Frodo. Or even Simba. I'm seeing that scene where Rafiki's like, you gotta go back. Not back, don't go back, but like, remember who you are. Remember who you are. You're a gift to this world. You're a gift to me. Advice. 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Devil in reverse. Recovery. Leaving toxic situations, detachment, freedom, facing your shadows, independence, reclaiming your power. Remember who you are. Samba. That's you. And it's leading to 10 of Cups, happiness, divine love, blissful relationship with self, harmony, alignment. You know when it's not aligned. You release when it's, or you should be releasing it when it's not aligned. Love and support by releasing crab bucket energy, right? I said that devil energy. As you come in, as you move into rise into alignment. A sandwich emoji. Maybe you're eating a sandwich. That was my son. Right? As you find your joy, as you find your I need glasses, clearly. It's getting dark. I need my glasses. As you step into your fulfillment, right? As you step into a higher alignment, as you step into harmony, what did I say happens? We're tested. We're tested. Familiar patterns repeat. Why do you keep saying that? Do you hear him giggling? As you step into your divine energy, you will be tested by that devil energy. Remember I said that. Release it. It's just people who aren't ready to face their shadows. And you can't, if this is someone that you know, right? You can't save everyone. You can't save everyone. Empowered empath. You're meant to be helping the people who want to hear you, who are ready to hear you, right? You coming into alignment. We have death. Symbolic death and rebirth. Big changes. Time to move on. Transformation. Transition. I said I felt like you were going through a transition. So as you're transitioning into this aligned energy, into divine energy, right? You're going to start shedding these layers because, again, you're meant to align with situations, people that support you, right? That don't crab bucket you. Letting these things, releasing these things, right? People who aren't ready, people who are resisting change. This is beautiful. This is rebirth energy. Starting anew. Again, I want to get advice about don't overlook red flags, I'm hearing. I just want to get advice about career because, like I said, I'm still studying the career aspect. Job transition, career transition, leaving an unfulfilling career. I'm telling you. And you don't have to do it right away, right? Like, again, that's a limiting belief. People will say, well, I can't just up and quit my job. No, you can't, because you have to survive. And the state of the world right now is awful with the price of everything. The prices just keep getting higher. I don't know how people are affording to, like, it's just, anyway, that's another conversation. But you can transition. You can find a sacred balance while you put energy towards your unfulfilling job. Match that energy towards your fulfilling job, or set aside a day every week to put time. They're all smudgy. Set aside time every week to put energy into your mission, your purpose. I love it. I love it. Also changes in relationships. right? Changes in the way on what is aligned with you, that is shifting now, and that's okay. No hard feelings, right? Do you know what song I'm hearing? I'm hearing the song by Noah Kahan. We ain't angry at you, love. You're the greatest. You know that song, So Pack Up Your Car? I think it's about him leaving home, is it not? I could be wrong. That's what song I'm hearing. There shouldn't be hard feelings. You're growing, and that's beautiful. Anyway. 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups. A feeling of belonging at work, camaraderie, collaboration, fulfilling job. It fulfills your soul. And when you do something that fulfills your soul, you won't work a day in your life unless you overwork yourself and burn out and hit a breaking point like some people I know around here. Anyway, you are a healer. Something about this reading healed something inside of me. You're definitely a healer. Anyway, beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta make room for the new, right? All right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go now. But I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I can't wait to see your light shine. I can't wait. I can already feel it. I can feel the warmth of it. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon.